welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. My name is Greg. Happy holidays. We're almost there. I call this part of the year the falling action. Everything happens so fast. New Year's, one of my favorite times of the year. New year, new me. But while we're here, this is a new year, new X-Wing. We're playing AMG 2.5 rules here, testing it out. This is Vince versus Epyonic, classic Rebels versus Republic. What used to be versus what became. Betting is open. Vince, flying the Rebellion, is going with Wedge Antilles with Crack Shot and Predator. Jake Farrell with Crack Shot, Predator, and Ion missiles. Shara Bay with Predator and Concussion missiles. Lieutenant Blunt with Hopeful and nothing else. And of course, Benthic 2 Tubes with Contraband and Pivot Wing. How's the call saying? I got rid of the 14th biggest streamer in English on the East Coast named Greg. 15th place. Let's go, baby. Moving on up. Epyonic flying the Republic has got Rick Ollie in the N1 with marksmanship. 2 Squad 7 veteran ARC 170s with synchronized console and Warthog with Wolfpack 7th Fleet Gunner and synchronized console. They are setting up. Just a reminder that the new rules we're playing by. Bumps, if it's an enemy, you can take a red focus or red calculate, but no droids here. So you can take a red focus. You can shoot range 0, no mods on that shot. That means no adding dice. I think Rick Ollie's ability is turned off until they rule that ship abilities overrule that thing. I think not. I don't think Wedge rules works at range 0. I gotta believe. Nobby, here's the thing. Nobby's asking, will Wedge work at range 0? From the way they described it, they said the range 0 attack is supposed to be like a desperation. You have no other thing to do. If they let things like Rick Ollie's ability and Wedge's ability work at range 0, then that becomes a tactic. And I don't think they want that, right? Because they're trying to punish bumps a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. I just don't think... My impression was that they didn't want it. They didn't want any kind of... They wanted it just to be pure, this is your only choice. They misused the phrase adding dice for rolling more dice. No, I think, because they separated it. They said no range 1 ability. It's not going to be a range 1 anymore. And you can't add dice or modify dice. Because I think they were smart to say adding dice, because adding dice isn't a modification. So if they just said no modified dice, then that wouldn't cover adding dice like a CLT, if you will. I think all of that is off the table. I think it's just going to be whatever your primary attack is. Yeah, no Jan. That's what I think, and listen, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, Lord knows. So, I mean, we'll find out eventually, but for now, I'm going to rule it no Wedge, no Rick. And again, that's just me inserting what I think will happen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Also, if you bump your friendly ship, reminder, that's you're gonna have to roll for damage. And the obstacles are on hard mode. Asteroids, which there are 4 of them out there, are gonna give you an automatic damage and you'll roll for another. On a hit or crit, you take 1 face down. Debris, automatic stress, and you roll hit or crit, take 1 face down. And that cloud over there, you go over it, automatic strain. You roll on a hit 1 ion token. On a crit, you take ion tokens until you are ionized. I wonder, do you think static discharge veins makes a little bit of a comeback these days? I think collision detector and static discharge Nabi says static discharge vanes need to be banned. They're so liberal with what they're banning, then I mean, I can't say that they won't ban it, to be honest. Fizzle, what's up, my man? Azagal, thank you for defending my honor today on Reddit. Who knew a 53-second video on how TTS rolls dice would be so controversial? If playing deadly obstacles, it is a must or just stupid. Go 6 fireballs with static discharge vanes and 3 gas clouds. I agree. I kind of agree that it opens up the door. And that's kind of the cat and mouse. That's the part of AMG that I don't envy. Because any changes they do make, we're going to find a way to break it. Straight up, whatever they do, we will find a way to break it. And it's going to make them look like they don't know what they're doing, because that's just how we perceive things in humanity. So, is what it is. I think Epyonic is just grabbing a drink. We're going to get started in a second here. If you were here early, you got a little Christmas gift on your nickel, so check your nickels and get ready to go. And the clock has started. They are playing road, but there's no overlap and no real system, so it does not actually matter. So you won't see road rolls just because they don't play any part in this game. Oh, that's a self bump. Never punished. Gotta be careful how you set up. Blunt for forward. Blunt, wow. I don't know. If there is an overlap, are you truly playing road? True. Oh, he changed colors on me. So wedge is green. Char is yellow. Jake is red. Rick 5 forward gets that evade. We are going back to Dallas. I like Rick's vector here. I do expect the Arcs and Warthog to maybe choose a different vector. Try and get someone on the outside for Epyonic. Do not forget, betting is open. You guys have the nickel, so bet big. Nickel leader is wide open for those who bet correctly. Bum, 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 bum. Let me take a look at the... So New Year's Eve is Thursday. I do not know if we'll be streaming Thursday, but next Tuesday we should be. So the 28th is definitely going to be on. I don't know about the 30th. I really like New Year's Eve, so I might try to just go out. But who knows if going out's even an option. One forward focusing here. Lap. Forward. Will also focus. Clown. Or straight. Can't boost. So he's just going to go ahead and take the barrel roll. Never remember. That's not red. Is it red? Oh man, it's red on the Rebel Z's. That sucks. And here comes Wedge Antilles. Looking like a boost. Nope. It's gonna stay there. I think that's probably pretty smart. A boost kind of puts in jeopardy the turn. Rick's going for forward. I think Rick's pretty safe to boost in here. If they go after Rick, you're all right with that, I think. But Epyonic is really good at getting that first engagement. And what I mean by that is he's not going to end up attacking with Rick first before the rest of his ships can get in and start attacking as well, which is a nice skill to have. Whereas I might have boosted there to 3-bank next turn, get a little further along. Chris from Lancaster, 13 months. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Hope you and the family are doing well. Hope Miles is digging that new Limp Bizkit album. Hopefully you got him chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water for Christmas. Some classic LB for him. Of course. Next you gotta put an amount. There you go. What'd y'all get? What'd you get your kids? Bobby says, would have liked to see a barrel roll on Wedge. He could 5 straight next turn. A little low. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Navi. Yeah, not bad. I think he doesn't want to engage with Wedge too soon. And here is the stop rotate from the U-Wing. Love it. You'll love to see it. Such a cool ship. When the U-Wing has its wings forward, it's one of the best looking ships in my opinion. I love how the U-Wing looks wings forward. Surprised he's not rotating here. Get the rotate early. I thought that said last 13 months on Twitch in my life. I'm like, oh my god, Chris, no. Wedge is actually gonna boost. Probably not taking a huge shot, but that might expose him to something here. U-Wing is a monster compared to the grace and beauty of a Skirk. Oh god, Skirks are so ugly. And not sure who a Joust really favors here. Well, I mean, I know who it doesn't favor. It doesn't favor the Rebels because they don't have big guns. You take the bet. Listen, I like Skirks. I mean, you guys know me. I'm a bomber guy. Here it is. Shots are up. Get your bets in now. Now or never. This is going to be your classic 3v4. And Ollie's going to hit for the full string. Jake. Going to go ahead and focus. Get those 3 evades. I don't think there's going to be any shots back. But is yellow going to have a shot on Wedge? I think so. It does. It is range 3 obstructed, so this is your classic 3v5. We'll focus for hit crit. Obviously, it's guaranteed damage. It does seem to go that way, but Wedge, 3 evades, 2 eyeballs on top of it is fine. We go back to dials. Bet now. Forever hold your peace. Rick probably has to be a little careful. I don't know if Vince has marked Rick as the primary target here. Does look like Wedge is going to try and gain the flank. Because I'm pretty sure yellow doesn't want to go left. And Epyonic's going to have to be careful here. His ships are in tight quarters, they're medium bases. But again, the self-bumping can be damaging. Vince has a nice spread of ships, but it doesn't seem like he's able to focus any fire right now. With a bunch of pea-shooting 2-dicers, it may not be the best way to go about it, but we'll find out. The 7th Fleet Gunner, we could end up with some bangers. Especially if Fire Conversions gets activated, and also you have Synchronized Console. 1 forward from Benthic. And he's going to pass that over to Jake. Gonna focus passes to Jake. A-Wings with focus bump can be... Oh. Alright. So he's actually splitting his fire up, saying, you know what, you're not going down the middle. I ain't worried about you. I think Wedge is probably 2-banking. I think Wedge has got the perfect flank on yellow right now. Shara Bay will go ahead, take the lock. Take the lock onto Rick. So it looks like Rick is the one marked here. And Jake is going to also lock Rick. And boost. Pop that range 1 bubble. Give Shara Bay a focus. Works really well with her action. Let's see if Epi called any of this. And then a 4 forward. Oh, that is so fast for Wedge. Wedge gonna take a focus. Now, you know you're not shooting with Wedge. The evade is actually better there for defensive purposes, just math-wise. Lieutenant Blount. He's just gonna go 1 forward. He is pretty safe. And let's see what happens with Rick here. Oh, that's a bump. And that will allow Rick to red focus. Rick's gonna get the first shot. He's gonna go into Benthic.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Tag Benthic. I think I'd go after Shara Bay. And what is up, my man? How long did you stream yesterday? How long did that go? Does he want to spend? He is taking 3 shots. He will not spend. And here come the 4s. Let's see who the big target is for Blount. Was it just like impromptu? Two hits for Blount. And that is going to be 2 shields on red. Nice, Ando. This is a concussion missile. And you probably just spend the lock. In both, right? Thanks, buddy. I love this hat too. Book of Boba Fett coming out soon. Gotta have it. And spends the focus. 3 hits. Rick will take 1 after spending his focus he got for bumping. Jake, 2 dice. Yeah, also, before we start this, just so you know, I personally am ruling until I am told otherwise by anyone official that Wedge won't apply at range 1 and Rick doesn't apply, or sorry, at range 0 and Rick doesn't apply at range 0 either. because they said no modifications at all when no adding or removing dice when attacking at range 0. Defending worse. Defending you can do all of your mods. It's just attacking that you can't do mods. Hit crit. And 2 evades. See, I think they're gonna errata Arvel or like make it so the range 0 prints do something. I don't know that though. Like, someone brought up Arvel on the stream and they said, "Don't worry about Arvel. We'll make sure they're still useful." Into Wedge for 2. Wedge has a focus. Do you want to take 1 and risk it with the focus? He's just going to go ahead and take a shield. They did say, Endo, that they are going to... This is 7th Fleet Gunner Shot from Yellow. Fire Convergence. And we'll spend for 3. Wedge will take 1, and that is half points. Red has Jake. Shara. Jake is still focused. I don't know if I finished my thought, Ender, but they said Intimidation is going to be banned. Like, the outright said Intimidation is banned. So the typical Arvel build is a little bit dead. But we'll see. 3 into Shara. Hit, crit. Shara Bay. 2 evades. 1 damage. 1 shield down. So, a good round there so far. This is going to be Benthic on Rick Ollie. This should be 3v3. Hit, crit, natties for Benthic. Ollie gets 2. That shields down on Ollie. Took the crit. Alright, must have messed up at some point because he put a crit on Rick. So, Wounded Pilot, that's bad for Rick's in full throttle. I'm guessing 2 tubes is going to stop. I think Rick is going to... Is the 5 straight blue? Oh no. Only the 3 is blue. Yeah, Rick's probably 3 bluing and then boosting just to get out. I imagine the arcs are gonna just kind of slow roll here. Remember, with the Warthog ability, if the arcs are close enough by, can't be initiative killed. But yeah, I think the stop on 2 tubes is right, because if he self bumps, that could be a damage. And he has Contraband. That is absolutely correct. I still don't know if Contraband's actually going to matter here, because I don't know if Benthic's really the one taking shots, because the way Red is located right now. System phase can gain a disarm to redo Sun Fleet Gunner. Contraband stop from Benthic. You don't need to close your wing. No, I think you want them open because you can stop with them open and it won't reduce your agility. You just can't rotate if you close them. You have to rotate. This is a very weird setup right now for Epi. Ships are so divided. It looks like the Lat might take a reinforce here. Gonna focus. The focus helps because you're not shooting. Jake is gonna go straight. I like this from Jake. Can kind of reprioritize, regroup. Focus boost. Well, boost focus. And the 5K from Shara Bay. Love that move. Look at that positioning. So good. Wedge. Going to focus boost. Coming around. Should have a shot on the Lat, perhaps. Blunt gonna bump. Can again red focus. And that means Blunt's shot is gonna go up. Two, because of the range 1 from Shara. Rick, 5 forward. And doesn't have an action. Rick, no shots. And it goes to the 4s. This is Shara Bay, range 1 onto red. Red is missing 2 shields. This was a really good maneuver turn here for Vince. Predator reroll. Ooh, 3 hits coming in. Might as well spend the focus. Not now, when. Not guaranteed another focus result. And you do have more shots coming in. That is shield hit coming in. So 3v2 from Blount now, because Shara's range 1, Blount gets to add that die. Blount will hit for 2. And 1 evade. That is another damage going in, down to 4. And our first, well, not our first points, but that gets Vince on the board. Wedge 2v1 into Warthog. Or hit crit. Warthog rolls that evade. Has Blunt in arc, has Wedge in arc. So this is going to be out the back. So out the back into Blount and 7th Fleet Gunner for an extra die. This is going to be 3v3 since it's obstructed. Well, fire convergence, that eye. Twitchy, what's up, buddy? How are you? Hit crit into Blount. Rolls one evade. That's shields down. I feel like this game's had a lot of evades, but it's also still been bloody. Is this the best of X? 2v5 onto Wedge. Good for 2. Does this guarantee it? Wedge still has their focus. Just needs 2 paint. It's gonna have to spend, but finds it. And now Benthic. Can Benthic lay into red? I love it. Focus firing. How often have we said it? Vince is doing it to perfection. That is 2 hits. We're gonna get another one through on red here. Gonna get 2 through. That puts red down to 2. Absolutely a fantastic turn from Vince there. This is what we're always talking about. Look, he got 1, 2, 3 of his 4 shots came in on red, and now red is, I mean, pretty much going to be dead. Now, again, you're not going to be able to initiative kill red because of Warthog's ability. So red's still going to get a shot, but you've done very well here to put red in a position where you should be able to take him off the table next turn. And that's 1/4 of Epyonic's list and one of the big guns on it. Rick currently at half points, running for his life a little bit. Will probably have to 3 hard, and I would imagine would fix wounded. Jajo, what is up? So I imagine Rick is gonna fix wounded, especially since Jake is kind of out to lunch a little bit. Shara does have concussion missiles and can move fast, so you have to be a little worried about that. But I'm thinking you try to get red. Benthic should have no problem clearing, even with like a nice little bank, like a 1 bank. Shouldn't have any issues clearing. System phase. Sunfleet Gunner is going to be regened. So Warthog takes a disarm. Benthic 1 forward, clears stress. Can focus and pass it, or just can focus for himself. You know, when's that a crime? Focus and gives it to Blunt. All right. All right. Here is the 2 hard round. Red 2 harding, and he could barrel roll, but he's just gonna focus. Oh, what a move there from Warthog. Although, again, not in arc. Or it doesn't matter if he's in arc because of that 7th Fleet Gunner. 7th Fleet Gunner is very good. But I just think... So it gives red 1 more die, right? Or it doesn't even, because it's a maximum of 4. So I don't even know if it does anything for you. Might be able to pump up yellow if you got yellow on arc. There's Blunt. Does Blunt barrel roll, perhaps? Absolutely. Blunt is going to barrel roll with that. Focus already there. So Blunt's going to get a banger on red. And that is going to allow Shara Bay to now lock. Or she's going to go ahead and focus. And just stay there. While Wedge comes around, and Wedge has a beautiful angle for yellow. This is A+ maneuvering here for Wedge. Going to take the evade, and Jake going to. I think he thought Jake was going to get over there far enough, but probably not. Jake will boost in. That is not range 1, so that's fine. Fudge will just have to live with his dice. 3 bank here from thing. And is going to not take the evade and just take the wounded pilot, fix it. Four dice from Lieutenant Blount here. Oh, and that's the guaranteed kill. Blount all day. Evade, but hit, crit goes through. Again, he won't clear off because of Warthog's ability. Oh, but he does flip a blinded pilot, which means he won't be able to mod his dice. Darbe, range 3, 2v2. Double hits. Oof. 2 shields down on yellow. Like wolf pack. We'll gain that lock onto Charabe, taking the strain. Wolf pack, baby. Warthog can't shoot. Four dice. Unmodified 4v2 into Benthic. Four via damage deck. 3 hits. Not bad. Not bad. 2 dice into Benthic. And it all goes through. That's shields down on Benthic. Yellow now gonna return fire on Shara, and I imagine 7th Fleet Gunner if Yellow is an arc. Could go after Benthic, could go after Blount and try to get some ships off the board here. You would get fire convergence on pretty much all these ships, so that's essentially double modified. And he's going to declare Benthic, use 7th Fleet Gunner. This is going to be 4v3 onto Benthic. Lat providing ultimate support. Get 1 reroll with fire convergence. And spends a focus. 3 hits and a crit coming into Benthic. Benthic looking for them evades. Doesn't find them. Stunned pilot Benthic down to 1. Oh, no, it's not on 1. Benthic refuses to live. He saw Rogue One. He knows what's up. So, I mean, Epi loses an arc takes damage on the other arc, is already half point on Rick. We have got a game. It is 68 to 60 here in favor of Vince. Now, Benthic has already used Benthic's contraband. So I wonder if he's going to try and move forward and just play the support role now. Did Benthic get the fuck out in Rogue One? I don't think so. I think Benthic died. Let me look that up. Did Benthic 2 Tubes die? Yeah. 2 Tubes died. On Jeddah. Bastard. It's like, focus. He did not recharge 7th Fleet Gunner here. Blunt. 2 banking left. Clears. We'll take a lock. There's a lock onto the lap. Shara Bay. Already has the focus. Is gonna target lock. I would have loved to see the barrel roll there, but that's probably why. No, still would have cleared. But Wedge is coming into, and yellow could be in a world of pain. Wedge is just gonna lock. Why not? Because you got Jake coming around. Jake can barrel roll, give Wedge that focus. Or give himself a focus, then boost, and give Wedge a focus. That is prime Jake flying. Gives Wedge the focus. Jake will have to take a stress, but you know what? Worth it. Look at this focus fire. Love it. Here comes Rick. Rick's in a weird position. Kind of like
Stay on target.
I think the bank boost fits, but I'm not sure it's the greatest position to be in. Rick's gonna boost. Oh, never mind. What was I worried about? That was great. All right, Rick, first shot. Has all the A-wings on range 3. You would get the extra die on everyone except for Jake, I think. Gonna get some Clone Wars emojis. I don't have any other emote slots. We're not gonna get more emote slots until we get partner, and no offense, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Gonna check for fire conversions here. On Wedge, has it. Gonna reroll. Reroll. Stays an eyeball. 2 hits into Wedge. Marksmanship's 1 into a crit. Wedge gets the evades. Barely there, but gets them. Like Mace beheading Django. Yeah, just a gif of Mace beheading Django. This is Wedge, range 1. 3v0, whatever Wedge ends up here, spend the lock. Looking for paint. Gets it. 3 hits into yellow. Shield. Hit. Hit. Jake now. Range 1 into yellow. 3 dice. 3v1. Jake hits for 3. Yellow down to 1 with Shara Bay double modded here. Classic 3v1. Only needs 2 to guarantee it. You can spend the lock to add the focus. And okay. Predator. He's thinking here. So spending the focus guarantees it, but leaves you defenseless because you can't clear her off, clear the yellow off. Warthog is really causing problems for Vince right now. Could just spend the lock on the other blank. Yeah, see, I think Navi's right. You spend the focus here on the blank. See if you can't fish for it, and you can still spend the focus if you need to. There it is. Spends the lock on the blank. It is a hit. Hit crit, doesn't have to spend. The arc. Alright, yellow's gonna get a return shot here. Range 2 into Benthic now from the lap. Classic 2v2. 1. Benthic needs a natural noodle. Can't get it. Benthic's gonna die. Right? Yeah. Benthic said. And this is range 1, 4 dice into Shara Bay. Also has Wedge range 1 with a focus. Wedge is shields down. Basically 4 dice double modded with fire convergence. So you want to get Wedge off the field. Starting to go into Shara. We'll spend a lot. I don't know why you don't spend the lock. Spends the lock instead of fire convergence. Why waste the charge? 3 hits and a crit into Shara. Shara needs some paint. Gets 2 evades, so hit crit into Shara. Shara down to 1. It is a fuel leak that is inconsequential when you're down to 1 health. Though yellow off the board, it is just Warthog and Rick Ollie versus pretty much the might of the rebellion here. Now, the only crit that actually matters for A-Wing there. I mean, if you're Rick staring across what you're staring across right now, are you happy? Probably not. Now, Vince does have to be careful. An asteroid would be an automatic death here for Shara. So any right maneuvers are out. And if we go in, it can go straight. Straight doesn't kill you. As long as you don't go too fast. You bank left with Shara, you think? Yeah. Maybe two bank right with Jake. Boost him. Won't recharge 7th Fleet. Focusing with Warthog after the 2 hard. 1, 3 harding. It's gonna focus. Shard Bay, 3 bank left. Will focus. Gotta be worried about the range 0 shots, so don't mind what Shard's doing there. Beautiful. Getting out of the way. Jake. Will boost and gain a focus for his trouble. And Wedge. Ooh, the sloop. Calling a fast maneuver here from Rick. Could this pay off? Rick Ollie. 5 forward. Look at Wedge, you mad lad. What a maneuver from Vince. Rick's gonna boost. No shots for Rick. Jake has range 2. Is gonna make it 2v2 for 1. Rick does have the evade. And now Jake into the lap. 2v1 for 1. Lap. Natty evade. And that is going to Wolfpack. Gonna take a strain for a lock. And the lap will fire back. Range 2, 2v3 onto Jake. Still modified for what it's worth. Spend the lock. 1 hit into Jake. Jake gets the evade. Robbie says Rick is kind of out of the fight for 2 turns now, unless he Talon rolls. I don't think you want to do that, because I'm pretty sure the 2 hard from Wedge clears. I'm Wedge. I might use this as a psych out here and just go 2 straight and try to put some damage into this lat. Because you might be able to get 3 shots into the lat this turn. Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking, Nabi. Vince can kind of switch priorities. Start focusing down the lat a little bit. 9 health. Hard to say that you kill it this turn, but in the position these aimings are in, that kind of feels like it was the plan all along. Really well flown by Vince. There it is. One. We're just gonna barrel roll. Make sure he gets arc. Chara, or sorry, this is Jake. Does the boost get him in? Gonna try and barrel roll. Do the barrel roll. That might make Jake take a shot, but still. And Charbet kind of hanging out. Wedge. Oh, Wedge move fast, but Wedge don't give a single F. Wedge. I think you just focus. He's looking at the barrel roll here. Does that? I don't know if that does anything for you. He's gonna try and boost. Does it clear? Could boost to the right and not take a shot. Yeah, that's what he does. Okay. Rick goes the other way. Rick gonna boost. No shots for Rick. Jake Farrell, range 2. Or range 1, rather. That is clearly range 1. Greg, you are smart, handsome, and successful. Does Jake want to spend? Jake, not gonna spend here. And Warthog could take the shield and leave the focus for his attack on Jake. You are behind in points, so maybe that is something you consider here. Nope. It will spend the focus and take the strain to get the lock. Just gonna leave you not defenseless, but down 1 die. 3v1 from Blau, because Jake is range 1, so the extra die will spend the lock. Sure. That's for 2. Field down on Warthog. Nothing. So Warthog now gonna get the range 1 into Jake. 3v3. Warthog will spend the lock for 2. Jake looking for 2 paints. Gets 3. All the paints you could ever need. So Wedge is the one who finds himself out of it right now. Navi says, if worried about the double mod from Warthog, Wedge could have just evaded. Big Fred. Jojo says, Warthog is fine. I mean, Warthog is fine for now. He's 3 away from half points. We've got 21 minutes left. Vince already has the 9-point lead. You got Blunt. You got Jake unstressed, so he can 1 hard. Are you all that worried about Rick coming in? You do have Shara and Blount who can turn on him. Wedge is out of it for at least a turn. That's what it is. This is a really good match. These are two really good players. Jake still has ion torpedoes. Shara still has concussion missiles. I mean, it might be worth it if you get your concussion missile off. But Rick, initiative kills are on the table now, all around. So, yeah, you might not want to engage with Shara right away. Jojo says that Wedge needs to survive and get back to land some damage. I think it's probably the plan. I think he's probably too hard lefting, boosting around, and then too harding in next turn to come around. It is kind of a 2-turn endeavor for Wedge, but he is probably your best gun left. Alright, looks like we are ready. Warthog is going to recharge 7th Fleet. Warthog, 2 hearts. Warthog will focus, and he is disarmed. Here comes Blunt. Here comes Jake. Big barrel rolls. Gives himself the focus. Is a fully healthy Jake trying to make himself the target here? Maybe playing a little gamesmanship, saying, "Hey, shoot me." Well, he's not shooting anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter what Jake did there. Good call. He disarmed himself. He's not shooting you. Shara gonna focus boost. Rick gets that focus, or gets the evade. And I think you focus here because you definitely get fire conversions. All right, Regali, range 3. Gonna go 3v3. The 7th Fleet Gunner. I believe this is into Blount. Fire conversions on the blank. Really good ability. Focusing for 3. And Blount will spend the focus. So Blount gets the extra dice if he targets Warthog and is going to go ahead and do such. Two crits. Warthog takes 1. That's a weapons failure on Warthog, who probably won't shoot another time this turn anyway. Jacob? Jake. Come on. Warthog takes that. And Warthog will do the Wolfpack ability. And we go back to Dallas with 16 minutes left. Vince still up 113 to 104. And Warthog is one away from half. They have 8 and 3, 8 and 2. Yeah, 8 and 2, so 5 is half points. Jake is good for support, but not for shooting. Well, Jake may not be putting in the damage, but he's also fully healthy. And right now, we're at the point where Jake's repositions into a mod, into a double reposition, if he wants to, could be absolutely critical. I think Charlotte might want a 5 straight. You can, later on in your Discord settings, there's like a threshold meter. You can manually set that threshold meter like above your whatever your background noise is, and then your voice will activate it only. Right now it's probably set to auto, so it's probably a little lower. And Epi will recharge 7th Fleet. And the stop skis. Well, he just barrel roll? Sure does. Damn, Bob's gotten a lot of use out of that barrel roll this day. And Jake is going to bump. Jake can, of course, red focus. Get Charlotte. Might just have to barrel roll for next turn. Too hard, Gorsal. What's up? No, just gonna focus. And here comes Lay Wedge. This should probably be the end of Warthog, maybe? Doesn't really matter what Rick does here. Rick trying to get a blast on someone. He's just gonna one bank. Oh! Rick gets the old one bank skis. And will focus. The old defender one bank trick. 7th Fleet Gunner. Range 1 into Blount. So this is 2 dice plus 1 for range and 1 more for 7th Fleet Gunner. And fire convergence. And spends the focus for 4. Gets the natties disrespectfully, but still dies. That is an initiative kill. Wedge and Tilly's gonna go into Rick. This is 2v1. Little switcheroony. Focusing for 2. Rick rolls 1. That is it. Rick dies. The old switcheroo from Wedge nets the points. Jake, range 0. That's too many die. That's a structural. 2 hits from Shara. Warthog down to 2. Go over the asteroid. Go over the asteroid. Go out on your own terms. Warthog down to 2. All in favor of A-Wings getting a points nerf, say aye, says Gorsaw. Nobby, are you in favor of A-Wings getting a points nerf? I'm assuming by points nerf he means like raising the point. Nay, ban this man. Seventh Fleet, 2 straight. Kill yourself. Go on to it on your own terms. And that's it. GG's. That is it. I have it as 200 to 119. Here we go. Pay out the left side. Congratulations, left betters. All right, guys. We will be back with game 2 in just a minute. Stick around.